All right, everyone. Good evening. My name is Victor, and welcome back to Pep Chat Show. All right, I'm here with Miss Success Salama. Good evening, Miss Success Salama.
Hello, good evening, Victor.
How are you doing?
I'm very well,
All
thank
right.
you.
Can you quickly make introduction of yourself, your name, your state, relationship status, and all?
Mm. Hi, everyone, again. My name is Success Salama, and I am from Plateau State.
And your
Relationship
relationship
status?
status? Yeah.
I am in a relationship.
All right.
I'm not single.
All right, that's good. So, first question I'm going to ask before going to the main topic, I'm going to ask, can you share with us your experience while growing up?
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
I would naturally say I had a good experience growing up.
Okay.
I came from a very loving home, loving parents.
Mm,
We were brought up in love, and that has been like one of my foundation or my mantra as a person, to be a lovable person, not just to be lovable but to be love giving. I find myself that I can't but just give out love, and I know that a lot of people have teased me so much that I have so much love to give. I would just
mm.
say that I have this big heart that is full of love, just like the Bible has said. The love of God has been shed abroad in our hearts.
Wait, that means there's small heart that is full of love too.
I don't know. I'm just saying about myself. My
Right.
heart is big, and everything in it is love. So
Mm,
that's like the background
mm,
where I was brought up. Like I said, I'm from Plateau State. My
mm.
both parents are from Plateau, but we grew up in Delta State, where my dad served as a policeman, and it was wonderful. I would say I had a good experience growing up. My childhood, my teenage, and mostly because of the church. The church gave me a very great foundation. I grew up in the Church of God Mission, Ogwashiko, Delta State, and the church was one of those places where I was grounded. So that's it.
All right. So, in the video of you sharing your experience while growing up, you mentioned the profession of your dad. So, like, I want to ask, like, honest truth, how do you feel about what people feels about policemen and women?
Oh,
How do you handle
I
it?
naturally feel bad. I remember one of those incidents, or one of those time I had issues with a policeman, and I just pick up the phone and call my dad. I'm like, "Is this how you guys treat people?" And I'm very close to my dad. He was like, calm down, tell me what happened," and I narrated everything to him. But I would say, like I said, my dad is an exception for me, and I'm saying, you said I should be truthful. My dad is one man I look out and I say, no, he doesn't deserve to be described in this manner, because among the bad sheep we have the good sheep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my dad is one man that stood out in his profession, as a father, as a human. He stood out. But going back to your question, how do I feel when people talk down on the profession of policing? I feel bad because I was brought up by a policeman, and for me, I had a different experience because my dad was kind, loving, God fearing, supporting, and the like. So,
All right. Thank you very much for that. So now we're going to the main topic for the day, which says, "What is your opinion in sex before relationship?" So, what is your opinion? What's your opinion in sex before relationship?
do you want my honest opinion?
Exactly, your honest
Okay,
opinion.
so let's go. This is a big one, coming from where I am. as a mentor to younger girls out there. I stand I stand in the gap to make corrections that a lot of us have made in my generations. And I would say the direct answer would be that it's something I would never advise anybody to go for. But then another thing I always tell people is we keep telling these young ones not to without teaching them how not to. I'm a storyteller, so permit me when I take you back to
All right.
some
That was
situations or some occurrences in the past. As a growing child, a teenage girl,
Okay.
I had these older ladies that were surrounded that I was surrounded by, and naturally, as a young girl, I just started growing up, and I was adding hips, adding boobs, and the likes. And one day in church, an auntie looked up to me and made a comment that, success, you don't do chop what you know supposed to chop. And when she made the statement, I innocently I took it I just laughed, and I'm like, it took another teenage girl to call it to my attention that this is what this lady meant by saying what she said. And I was angry. I had to go back home, had a conversation with my mom about it, and so my anger was, if I was actually eating the kind of food she thought I was eating, if I was in her shoes, I would have called me out and like give me some guidance and some corrections, nice words, like talk me through the process and the likes.
Exactly.
But then it didn't happen, and I took it upon myself that if I grew up, or when I grow up rather, I'll be that big sister to younger girls that nobody was for me. So for me again, sex before marriage is a no, but then we should take it further by saying no, but also teaching them how to live with the no, because the truth is, it's not easy. It's something easier said than done. That's the truth.
Exactly. I was going to.
That's the honest truth. So when we tell people, I have a lot of conversation with young girls, and then they'll be like, what do you feel about this? What do you feel about that? And I'm like, I remember one of those occasions where I had a sex talk with the teen girls in my church, and one of the leaders came out and was like, oh, you shouldn't have told them this, you shouldn't have told them that. I was like, in the absence of you not going to be there all the time with them, I was actually telling them how to use protective measures if peradventure they are sexually active. I know it might come out very strong and very offensive to so many people, mostly for us in the church, but then I was once a teenage girl, and I know what it means to be a teenage girl. I knew for a fact that most of the things they told us don't, those were the things that we did. I don't know, out of curiosity, out of whatever it was, and then we got burnt. And most of us are still living with the scars. Some of us are still not out of those scars. Some of us are still trying to balance life. If we had known better, I feel we wouldn't have made a lot of mistakes that we did. So that's it.
Wow. So thank you for that opinion. But I would like to also ask, is there any way that you can relate this biblically, like warning to those little ones out there, to the little girls out there, any way that you can, join in together biblically?
Okay, speaking about biblical reference, none is coming to mind other than the passage whereby we are asked that we have to be transformed by the hearing of the word of God. I feel like if you have to get to the point where abstinence is easy for you, it has to be by the word of God. You have to train yourself by the word of God.
The word of God.
The word of God should be your guidance. It should be your go-to. It should be your run-to. It should be where you draw your inspiration. And the Bible made us also to know that our body is a temple of God.
Of God.
So how do I protect this temple? I'm currently writing a book that says Dear Teenage Girl, and it's more like a love letter to my younger self and to the younger girls out there. And one of the things I spoke about in that book is that you have to understand the purpose to which by God you are being created, not just as a human being, but as a girl, as a woman. Now, your body defines who you are. The fashion of your body. Miles Morales said in his book that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So if you don't know why you were being created, you of course abuse yourself. So your body is a temple of God. How do I go about protecting this temple of God that was given to me? Go back to why God created you as a person. He said we were made for His pleasure. How do you give God pleasure when you're not clean? So if you're holding on to the purpose why God created you, the first purpose is for you to give pleasure to Him. And in giving pleasure to Him, you have to keep your body safe and sound for Him to dwell in you. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Miss Success. Thank you for giving me your time. And
You're welcome.
I'm sure everyone listening to this will also be thanking you for sharing your opinion.
I hope
And
so.
Everyone listening and watching out there, if you have anything that you would like to ask Miss Success, you can drop it on the comment below. And you can also send a Telegram message, and I'll be dropping the number under at the first comment. So thank you so much for listening. And you all should remember, she said she's writing a book titled
Dear Teenage Girl.
Dear Teenage Girl. So whenever the book is out, I'm sure I'm going to let you guys know. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you. Bye.